My colleagues kept teasing me today during work. They kept on teasing me about how nervous I looked during my wedding.
Yeah, you definitely looked nervous. Your voice was shaking when you were giving your speech. I could see your fingers trembling too.
Really? That's so embarrassing.
I was also really nervous though. I almost tripped when I entered the hall. But my boss actually praised me today about how wonderful our wedding was. She told me it was a great wedding ceremony. She said that she was moved by the performances and enjoyed them a lot. I honestly loved our wedding too.
Yeah, I think it was a great success considering the small amount of time we had to prepare for it. I'm really proud of what we were able to present. Many of my friends also commented at how fast we got married. It's only been a few months since our first date.
Yeah, I guess people see it as a rushed marriage. Not many get married so quick like us.
We both fell in love at first sight. We just couldn't resist the urge, could we? And we were both eager to get married. It was our dream. If we just wanted to date someone, we might have dated longer just to enjoy being in love. But we were both concerned about our future. We wanted to get married as soon as possible.
That's true. Marriage was the ultimate goal in our relationship.
Honestly, time doesn't matter in terms of dating. Some couples break up after dating for 5 or even 10 years.
10 years? I think you're exaggerating. Oh, by the way, my gran sent us a gift to congratulate us for getting married. She wasn't able to participate in the ceremony, but she told me she wanted to celebrate it with us at least. She's really sweet. Apparently, she had a hard time deciding what to get for us. She had no idea what we wanted. And as a result, she ended up sending us vouchers. When I received the gift, I was pretty surprised to see how thin our present looked. I thought maybe Gran was playing a prank on us.
She probably wants us to buy what we really want. I guess she just thought that was best for us. I honestly think she made a wise choice. Vouchers are one of my favorite presents. I prefer getting what we really want than random presents. I can buy whatever I want. I'm glad they spent time on choosing our presents, but what's the point if it's useless?
We can buy some pretty expensive stuff using the vouchers. Should we buy some home appliances, maybe a dishwasher, or a nice vacuum cleaner?
Nice. We have to thank your grandma. Let's discuss about what to buy when I get home.
Yeah, let's decide together. There's so many options, it's gonna take a while to choose.
But I have the final say in this.
Why would you say that? Chris, the gift is for both of us, not just you. Let's decide together.
I'll have the final say in important matters like this. I don't want you to get cheap and useless appliances.
Then what do you want, Chris?
Definitely food. Something nice to eat. That's way better than getting some cheap appliances that would break easily.
Really?
Yeah, obviously. Are you stupid? I want really nice appliances, the high-quality expensive ones. The vouchers won't be able to cover for the price. Have you seen the advertisement for the brand new washing machine? It's mind-blowing. Looking in the long run, that's the best choice. We'll be able to use them for a long time, and we don't have to waste money, do we?
I'm not sure. We can find cheap but high-quality ones nowadays. Some of them are even produced by famous companies. They won't break down so easily. I don't think they're too bad.
No, you have no idea, Hannah. People who fall for these cheap appliances and the useless ones you can buy just using vouchers are definitely dumb or poor. I guess you're one of them.
That sounds rude. Can't you be more polite?
Huh? How am I rude?
You sound arrogant. It's as if you're looking down on people, including me, and making fun of the poor.
Well, I'm better off than most people, and that includes you as well.
Do you look down on me, too? You think I'm not capable of making good decisions about how to spend our money?
Obviously, can't you see?
Why do you think so?
I have a higher salary and a better educational background than you. Many would want to live a life like mine. I'm definitely more respectable. I'm better than you in many fields.
Huh? Are you serious, Chris?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. What's wrong about it?
Everything's wrong with what you just said.
I thought you were a high school graduate. You can't change that fact now. But I graduated university, so I'm clearly smarter than you.
Yes, I'm a high school graduate, but is that a big deal? I have a decent job.
You work for a small business that barely pays you enough money for your monthly salary. On the other hand, I work for one of the biggest corporations that's famous internationally. Whenever I tell people the company I work for, they admire and respect me, saying that they want to be like me.
So is that why you think you're better than me?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear, and I bet you want to be like me too.
I don't understand.
What do you not understand about it? I can't believe it. You're stupid, just like I thought. I guess it's too difficult for a high school graduate to understand.
Sorry, I have to go back to work now. See you later. Let's talk again when we get home. Hey, what's going on? Our house is a filthy mess. I've never seen our house so dirty. You're in charge of organizing the house when I'm away. I hope you do better with the cleaning next time.
Welcome home. Why are you so late? You finally come home from your business trip?
I only left the house for 3 days. A child would be able to do better than this. You haven't even washed the dishes. And look at the huge pile of laundry. Don't you know how to use a washing machine? I can't even walk through the living room without stepping onto your clothes. Can't you at least take the trash out? It smells horrible in here.
Huh? Why should I do that? It's not my responsibility. Just clean it for me now that you're home, Hannah.
Why can't you help me with some of the housework? I hope you can look after yourself at least while I'm on my business trip. I am always the one doing everything around the house. I've never seen you do any housework since we got married.
I thought that was your job. The wife should be in charge of housework.
When did we decide that? We never had a discussion about it.
It's obvious, isn't it? Common sense.
I'm not a housewife, Chris. I have a job to do and work out every day like you. We both have a job, so we should do the housework together. Let's be fair here. It's too much of a burden for me if I'm the only one in charge.
I can't do housework. No, let me rephrase that. I won't do housework. I don't want to do it. I hate it.
At least take the trash out then. That's all I'm asking for. You just have to carry the trash for a few steps and that's it. It's normal for couples to do housework together nowadays. What era are you living in?
Well, that's your opinion. Don't force your ideals onto me.
Then how about you ask your friends and colleagues? I bet they're at least helping with something. You're being misogynistic. Are you looking down on me because I'm the wife? Come on, Chris. You can't be this old-fashioned. We're living in the modern era. You have to move on.
Shut up. Remember, I have more power than you. I can do whatever I want with you by force if you don't do something about your attitude. You're annoying me. This is a warning. This is why high school graduates are poor. The only thing they do is talk and never do the work.
What did you just say? Are you making fun of high school graduates now? You're really making me upset. We have equal power as wife and husband. We have to respect each other as a couple, Chris. We love each other, don't we? Stop being so arrogant and help me with the housework.
Arrogant? You're the arrogant one. Look at you complaining over the tiniest things. What's the big deal? Just do the housework and everything will be fine. If you don't shut your little mouth, I'm getting a divorce, Hannah.
Huh? What? Did you just threaten me to do housework?
You're my wife. You should do all the housework. It's your job. It's your expectation as a wife. I married you in the first place so that you can devote yourself to me. Wives should devote themselves to their husbands when they get married.
Oh my gosh. I guess you were born in the wrong era. How come I never realized you were like this before I got married? Let me tell you, you never wanted a wife. You just wanted a housemaid who's willing to devote herself to you. A housemaid who also had a job and brought money to the household. I'm definitely not a housemaid. I'm an independent woman. And I thought you respected me as your partner. It's ridiculous how you're threatening me to do housework. Why would you ever bring up the topic of divorce? We just got married, Chris. I thought you also wanted to get married.
That's a good comeback from someone stupid like you. But you're actually right.
Huh? Please, Chris, stop with the nonsense.
I might have wanted a housemaid who also brought money into the household. I never wanted an annoying wife like you. To be my wife, you have to complete both housework and your job perfectly. That's my expectation. If you can't do the housework for me, I'll dump you. We're getting divorced. I'm giving you one last chance.
What are you talking about? You can't be serious.
You don't want a divorce, do you? Then just do all the housework for me. You have no say in this.
I never knew you were such a horrible person. I'm really disappointed in you.
Hey, are you still not home? Why do you have to work so late when you don't even get paid much? Where's my dinner? I'm starving. Didn't I tell you to prepare my dinner before I got home?
I don't care. Do it yourself.
Huh? You don't care? I'm not asking you to prepare a grand meal. Come on, Hannah. You can do better than this. You haven't even washed the dishes we use for breakfast. And the laundry is a huge pile in the basket. I ran out of clean shirts. What am I supposed to wear tomorrow? We can't waste money to buy new shirts. You're slacking off housework.
I guess you'll have to clean and wash it on your own then. I won't be doing the housework from now on. You're in charge.
What the hell are you saying? Enough with all your boring jokes.
I can't do this anymore. It's too much for me. I can't be treated unfairly like this. I'm not your housemaid. Go get one if you just need someone to do housework for you. I'm leaving.
So are you boycotting? Running away from your responsibilities? I thought you were an independent adult. Stop this nonsense. It's not funny. I have power over you. I bet you don't want me to make you do it by force. Just do it, Hannah.
What? How do you have power over me? You're just my husband.
Stop being ridiculous. You still don't understand? You're poor and a high school graduate. But I graduated university. Thanks to my educational background, I now work for one of the biggest corporations and get paid a really high salary. Didn't I tell you this the other day? I'll divorce you if you don't do the housework. How many times do I have to tell you this? I bet you don't want to get divorced with someone like me who has such a high salary. You'll never be able to make as much money as me.
Oh, I see. Then I guess I have more power than you. I make more money than you, Chris. I'm not afraid of getting a divorce. I can support myself without your help. As you hoped, we're getting divorced. Period.
Huh?
I'll happily divorce you. I'm finally free. I don't have to look after you anymore. This is the best day of my life.
Wait a minute. Why do you sound so happy? I'm telling you we're getting a divorce if you don't change your attitude. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know that, and that's exactly why I'm so happy. I made my decision when you threatened me. We're over. I am so happy to get divorced. You don't even have a high salary. What makes you think I don't make as much money as you?
Are you saying that you get paid better than me? Are you stupid? Have you gone insane? Stop with the bluff. It's not funny at all.
You're the stupid one. Stop assuming things about my salary. Who told you I get paid less than you?
It's the truth.
Okay, I have no idea why you're so confident about it, though. Why do you think so?
You work for a small company that no one has ever heard of. Based on what you told me, your company makes machine parts, right? A small business making pieces of machinery. Oh gosh, I would be devastated if I worked for them. Those kind of companies don't make much profit and can only pay a small amount of salary to their employees. It's common knowledge. I guess you don't know because you're uneducated, unlike me.
So you predicted my annual salary based on your biased opinion? How stupid. It's ridiculous, really. Stop being so delusional.
I'm not being delusional, and I'm not stupid. It's based on my knowledge and experience.
Based on your tiny knowledge in your small brain and your limited experience, I guess they weren't enough, Chris. My company is indeed a small one, unlike yours that's famous internationally. But my company's grown rapidly and attracting great attention. They pay me quite an amount now, and my salary is steadily increasing as well.
I don't believe it. That can't happen.
First of all, we have different positions at work. You keep bragging about working for a big corporation, but you're just a normal employee. On the contrary, I'm a middle manager. I have much more work to handle and a lot more responsibilities.
Huh? You already have that high position? How come?
I'm the leader of my department. I guess people would call that a middle manager. A normal employee and a middle manager. The difference is pretty clear.
So, you have the highest position in your department? You? The middle manager of your company? That's impossible. How come you got a promotion while I can't get any? You're a woman and you're too young? You can't succeed. That's against the rules.
My company's new compared to yours, so we don't have those old traditions like respecting seniority. Age doesn't matter as long as we work hard and have the ability to pull off that position. They value our ability, not our age or gender. That's why I have this position as a woman in her 30s. I'm young, but I'm confident that I've been through many hardships working at my company.
What the hell? A company that hires you to be middle manager? Your company must be doomed. I guess your company is going to go bankrupt soon, and you're going to be the reason for it.
I'm actually a diligent worker, unlike you. I've also been awarded several times as the best worker. My company values our ability over everything. We get fired if we don't meet their expectations. There's no second chances. I bet you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to do is to simply go to work every day.
Huh? Excuse me?
You haven't accomplished a single thing at work, but you're still employed. You should thank your company for not firing you. Your colleagues and your younger employees now have a better position than you. Aren't you embarrassed? Yet you're here, bragging about the company you work for. If the company decides to restructure and fire a few of their employees, you'll be the first one to be targeted.
Shut up! What's wrong with me being a normal employee? I have my own ways at work.
You might, but how does the company think of that? Would they benefit from having you as their employee? And I think I told you about how much I make a year before getting married. Remember the night we had our date right after we started dating? Why do you act like you don't know about my annual salary? I guess you weren't paying attention when I was talking to you. Don't tell me you forgot about it, Chris.
I don't know. I remember all the dates I had with you. You never told me about it. Did we even talk about our jobs?
I definitely told you. Do you also have a bad memory?
Oh, I remember. We did talk about our jobs and salary. I thought you said you made about $1,500 monthly. Yeah, right. That's why I thought I had a higher salary than you.
That's impossible. $1,500? When did I ever tell you so? I was always paid more than that. I got more than that even for my first position.
I think it was our second date, and we went to a fancy restaurant. And we briefly talked about our salary. And you told me you only made $1,500 a month.
No, I said I made $3,500. How could I afford to go to that fancy restaurant if I only made $1,500 a month? I get paid more than that now. I guess you misheard me. You were drunk that day, opened a few bottles of champagne and wine. I think you had a biased opinion that high school graduates get paid less than you, which is simply rude.
Did I mishear you? Does that mean I always thought you earned less than what you actually earned?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you assumed that I had a lower salary than you. And even if I got paid less than you, I still deserve some respect.
No. In that case, I should be in charge.
Really? If you really think so, what about now? Turns out that I get paid more than you. I guess I have power over you now. So, are you going to do all the housework for me?
You can't be making more money than me. Stop lying to me. I refuse to believe everything you told me.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I will leave the house. I can't waste my time being with someone stupid like you.
How am I stupid? I'm a university graduate. How can you, a high school graduate, call me stupid?
If you're still this stupid after going to university, I think you wasted your money. Did you even learn anything? You definitely did not learn any manners or common sense. I feel sorry for your parents, honestly.
Stop. I had enough of you. I will never believe your lies. Do you think I'm so stupid that I'll actually accept all of your bluff?
I don't care. I can't waste my life being your wife. It doesn't change the fact that I'm leaving the house. I also have the official documents ready. All we have to do now is to sign them and turn it in. Then we're officially divorced.
Why did you decide everything without a proper discussion?
I thought we already had our conversation. You were the one that started it, remember? What did you do? Gosh, you're crazy. I heard you barged into my office. Aren't you embarrassed to do something like that?
Because I wanted to check if you were lying or not. I had to make sure you were telling the truth.
Just for that, you barged into our company because you didn't believe me and thought I was lying to you? Have you gone insane? I heard that you got into a fight with the guards at the entrance.
The guards tried to stop me from entering, so I was fighting back. I just wanted to ask about my wife's salary, but they stopped me thinking I was some kind of maniac. They even tried to call the police. I should have the right to visit my wife's company.
You are crazy for coming to my company just to ask about my salary. No one would ever do that. No wonder the guards stopped you. You're a maniac. But I think my boss eventually came out of her office and told you about my salary. Do you believe me now? There's no reason for my boss to lie about it.
Yeah, but...
But what? You still got something to say? Stop causing trouble to other people. This is our problem.
I haven't caused trouble.
You did. I was embarrassed because of you. My boss was pretty angry about it too. All of my workers had to stop working temporarily because of the havoc you caused. After you left, my boss decided to complain about it to your company.
Huh? What is there to complain about? What did she say when she contacted my company?
She told your company that one of their employees followed his ex-wife to her company and barged into the office, disturbing our work.
What? Ex-wife? We still haven't turned in our divorce papers yet. Technically, we're not divorced yet, and you're still my wife.
But we agreed to get a divorce, and I've already left the house. It's a matter of time until we officially get divorced. Stop calling me your wife. It's giving me goosebumps. And I assume you skipped work today. How can you skip work just to break into my office? You'll definitely get punished when you go to work tomorrow.
I didn't cause any trouble. I just went to visit you. And your company contacted mine? A small company like yours contacted that big corporation. Know your place. They don't care about a small company like yours.
You're still looking down on us? You should know your place. You have to know better than this.
I don't care if your company contacted mine. My company won't do anything about it. Sorry, but you're having false hope. A big corporation like my company can't waste their time on a small company like yours. We have more important matters to handle. There's nothing I have to worry about. I'm not scared at all.
It doesn't matter whether your company is big or not. Their employee caused a problem and it's their responsibility to handle it. For us, you're just a crazy psycho who disturbed our work. For your company, you're just a useless employee who can't even get a single promotion. There's no reason for your company to protect you. You should face reality, though it may be harsh.
What did you just say?
When my boss contacted your company, she was able to talk with one of the executives. Doesn't that mean they were taking us pretty seriously? They told us they'll make sure to punish the employee who caused us problems and disturbed our work. Sorry, but I guess you'll have to face some consequences.
Punish?
There's no way you'll escape the consequences after everything you did. You have to take responsibility of your own actions. Don't look down on us just because we're a small business. We're growing rapidly and we compete against big corporations. There's no reason for you to look down on us. Don't underestimate us, Chris.
What's going on? I can't believe it. You suddenly tell me that you have a higher salary than me. My company's gonna punish me. What the hell's going on? This can't be happening to me.
I guess you won't be getting any promotions in the near future. I wonder when you'll finally get a promotion. Well, I won't stay long enough to find out. If I was your boss, I would instantly fire you. You are no use. Not only that, you're useless. You also cause trouble to the company. As your wife, I don't want a husband like you. You're stupid, delusional, have a lower salary than me, yet look down on me and take me for granted. After the incident, I was able to divorce my husband. I finally got him to sign the papers, and we officially got divorced. Now, I don't have to put up with all those insults anymore. I won't let anyone look down on me like that anymore. I am finally free of stress and living a happy life. Reflecting back, it was indeed my worst times when I was married to him. While I was living my happy life, my ex-husband was punished by his company and now gets paid even less. A year after our divorce, his company started suffering from financial difficulties because of social recession. And he became one of the first targets to be fired as part of restructuring, just like I predicted. My company, on the other hand, took advantage of it and is continuing to grow to this day. Thanks to that, I might get a raise in the near future. Like this, my husband quickly hit rock bottom. He should have seen it coming. I respect him for graduating a good university and being able to work for a big corporation, but that doesn't mean he can make fun of others. I was shocked when he treated me like a housemaid just because I was a high school graduate and thought I got paid less than him. He is now facing the consequences of his own actions. There's no one who's willing to help him out, knowing his arrogant attitude. He also texted me he wanted another chance, but of course, I ignored him. After our divorce, I am living a happier life than ever, unlike him.
Hey, Joko. Be a darling and pick us some diapers and baby milk on the way home, okay? Oh yeah, I want hamburgers for dinner, so pick me up some patties while you're at it.
Diapers, baby milk, and patties? Got it. How are you feeling today, Sophie?
Terrible. I want to put my feet up and chill, but Ella seems determined not to go to sleep. She's been crying all morning. She's been a real pain in the butt.
I think I'll be home around 7 p.m. today. You think you can hold down the fort till then? I'm counting on you, babe.
7 p.m.? So, I'm going to be looking after her all on my own for another 7 hours? I see.
If you're struggling, I can see if my mom can head over to help out.
It's fine. I'd rather you didn't. I think your mom is kinda rude.
You mean what happened before?
Yeah. She said Ella looks nothing like you. Why did she have to go out of her way to tell me that? I wish she'd keep that kind of thing to herself.
Right. Sorry about my mom. But I don't think she meant it in a bad way. If anything, I think she meant she was pleased she doesn't look like me.
It still hurt me. I went through so much to bring that little girl into the world. I was in a sour mood all day after she said it.
I'm so grateful for you, Sophie. I know how hard you work. And please, don't think I'm trying to justify my mom making comments like that when I say this. But to be honest with you, I'm glad she looks more like you than me. Can you imagine a girl with my face?
Stop it, you're making me laugh.
Hey, you weren't supposed to laugh.
I guess you have a point. I'd feel bad for her if she looked like you.
Right? That's why we should be counting our lucky stars your genes were stronger. Can't wait to see what kind of person she turns into, and what kind of amazing things she accomplishes. Oh, what if she gets scouted by Hollywood or something?
Whoa, slow down there, Roadrunner. I think someone might be getting a little ahead of themselves. Since when was I married to such a goofball?
Things have been crazy hectic at work lately. I've been kinda overwhelmed with it all. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't ease attention with laughter.
I guess. I think I've been grumpy too after the morning I had with Ella. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm going to the salon to have my hair done on Saturday. I need you to watch her while I'm out.
Huh? Didn't you go last week too?
No, silly. Last week was a tanning salon. What's wrong? Are you busy?
No, it's fine. You can go to the salon. You work hard. You deserve to let your hair down every now and then. Literally. Leave Ella to me.
Thanks, sweetie. I'm such a lucky girl. I married the nicest guy in the whole world. My other mom friends are always complaining how their husbands don't lift a finger when it comes to helping out with the little ones. I'm so blessed. It's just like they say, you should always go for personality over looks in a partner.
Is that a roundabout way of saying I'm ugly?
No, it's not like that at all. Oh, looks like Ella wants some milk for my coconuts. If you catch my drift. See you later, sweetie pie.
Hey, you're just trying to change the subject.
I have a newborn baby to look after, Joko. Or did you forget? Raising our daughter is a busy job and it ain't going to do itself. Get home as quick as you can tonight, okay? I don't know how long I'll be able to hold out if you don't. Good luck with work.
Thanks. Got it. I'll do my best. I know it's not easy looking after Ella on your own all the time, but keep up the good work, babe. You're doing an amazing job.
See you later.
Sophie, you still not home yet? I'm gonna have to eat dinner without you soon.
It's okay, sweetie pie. You can eat. We still have one last bar on our list.
Huh? Sophie, have you been drinking?
Maybe. Is that bad?
Yeah, I mean, isn't it? You know you won't be able to breastfeed if you drink again today. You did this last week, too.
Chill, it's fine. We have powdered milk.
Sure, we do, but still. There's nothing healthier than homemade and straight from the source. It's way more nutritious that way. Remember all the stuff we read about how mother's milk boosts immunity more than shop-bought stuff?
Jeez, Jocko, stop it. You sound like you came in a time machine from the 1950s. We live in the age of powdered milk.
I'm not saying powdered stuff is bad, but she's still so young. Don't you think she should at least be feeding on the healthiest stuff possible while she's still so tiny and fragile?
Nag. And they say us women are bad. Breastfeeding ain't easy, you know. You have no right to complain at me when you don't even understand how hard it can be. Do you have boobies? No. So stop sticking your nose into girls' problem you know nothing about.
I'm sorry.
I risked my life to bring that little girl into the world. You could at least let me enjoy myself for a few weeks after I gave birth to her. Jeez.
Listen, babe, I know I can't claim to know what it felt like to go through that. But I know it can't have been easy. Of course I'm super grateful for everything you've done. I just can't help but feel like you're going out drinking a little too often lately. You're not single anymore, and we have a little girl to think about now. I'm just saying I think it'd be nice if you spent a little more time with her is all.
Wow, are you really doing this? I'm with her all the time when you're at work.
I don't know if you can count hiring a babysitter 3 times a week as all the time.
You're the one who said I could use one when things were getting too much for me.
Sure, I did. But I had no idea you'd leave her with them so often. Besides, it's only been a month and a half since the birth. Surely your body is in no fit state to be going around every bar in town, getting so wasted you come home and pass out on the sofa at 5 a.m. in the morning. I really think you should start relaxing at home more.
I have to go out like this precisely because I can't relax at home, you dummy. Just because I gave birth to Ella a month ago doesn't mean I have to dedicate my entire existence to her. I'm still my own person, you know? I have to let my hair down sometimes.
She's a newborn baby, Sophie. She can't do anything for herself. You think I find juggling full-time work with raising a newborn baby easy? No, but I do it anyway, because I know it needs to be done, and I do it without complaining because I knew this was what we were getting ourselves into when we agreed to go ahead with it. We need to work together as a team to get through this. How are we supposed to get anywhere if we're not there for each other and Ella?
Oh my god, are you seriously trying to force me to do something I'm telling you is stressing me out?
It's not like that.
Well, that's exactly what it sounds like to me.
My mom said she saw you sitting outside the coffee shop on 5th Street earlier.
So what? Does your mom think having fun should be banned too?
Well, no. But she said you were with a guy.
Wow, go on. Come out with it, why don't you coward? You think I'm cheating on you, don't you? Well, you're wrong. He's just a friend. We caught up over a coffee after he brought me a present to celebrate the birth. Is that a crime?
I'm not accusing you of anything, Sophie. I'm just all kinds of anxious lately.
I don't want to hear it. You're the man of the house. You shouldn't get anxious. It's your job to be my rock. Pull yourself together and stop letting your imaginations run wild. I mean, please, an affair straight after giving birth? It's starting to seem like you don't even think before opening that mouth of yours. I even showed you the present he gave me, didn't I? Didn't I?
Yes, but it's only natural that people are going to talk if they see you doing stuff like that. Can you at least wait till Ella's a little older before going out to see your friends all the time?
Wow, I get it. You value your mom's opinion more than mine. How could you? You make me sick. Is it any wonder I want to escape from this house when this is how you treat me? This is psychological and emotional abuse, plain and simple. Stop trying to chain me up in the shackles of your acquainted image of what a mother should be. Did they never teach you about the women's liberation movement in school? I'm a free spirit and I ain't going back in my cage. It's not like I don't spend any time with Ella, is it? You know how hard I work.
Yeah, of course I know that. But it seems like I'm looking after her every single day when I get home from work these days. I'm exhausted enough as it is without having to cover your responsibilities too. I don't mind every now and then, but every day? Really? I barely even get to sleep anymore. Can we start working together on this? Please?
Basically, you're ordering me to spend more time with Ella, aren't you? This is exactly why I can't relax when I'm home. I knew my body was gonna go through the mill giving birth, but I never imagined in a million years my own husband would break me down emotionally like this by turning into a power-hungry slave driver the moment the baby was born. I would have never had her if I knew you were going to treat me like this.
Wow, don't even say stuff like that in anger, Sophie. Ella's innocent in all this. Look, I'm sorry if I've been inconsiderate towards you. I'll make more of an effort to respect your opinion more from now on. But saying you wish she was never born is crossing the line. Please never say anything like that again.
I won't say it again if you promise to start respecting me. You're the only person I have to rely on, Jocko. I'll be able to spend more time with Ella when I'm in a better place emotionally, but I need you to help me with that. I need you to let me do my thing for a while until I feel like I'm back to my usual self.
Hey, Sophie. I'm sorry to drop this on you on short notice, but I have a business trip next week.
A business trip? For how long?
A week.
So you're saying I have to spend an entire week on my own with Ella, even after everything we talked about before? I can't do a whole week. That's too long. Oh my god, I feel like I'm being abandoned. I can't do this on my own.
Why not see if your mom will come and help out?
Get real, Jocko. She's a 5-hour drive away.
You're just gonna have to do your best on your own then.
Is there really any need to speak to me like that? Cancel it. Tell them you can't do the business trip.
It's my job, Sophie. I don't get a say in the matter.
Fine, take Ella with you then.
Are you joking? Hey, boss! Oh, the baby, don't mind her. That's my 2-month-old daughter. She'll be coming with us to discuss our revenues with the shareholders. And you're telling me to get real?
Don't make fun of me. I'm serious. I struggle looking after her even for one day on my own. How the hell am I going to manage an entire week? I can't be trapped in the house for that long. I'll go insane.
It's just a week. Suck it up and handle it.
How can you be so cold? I'm your wife.
I'm not being cold. I'm telling you to face reality. This one's out of our hands. Sometimes life throws crap at you and you just gotta make the best of it. You're her mother. Don't try to tell me you're not capable of spending a week with your own daughter.
You're horrible. What happened to you, Jocko? You used to listen to me when I spoke to you.
This is my job we're talking about. There's nothing I can do about it. Besides, to tell you the truth, I think it's finally time you got used to looking after Ella on your own. You rely on me way too much. I work full-time, and I don't have time to be her mom on top of it.
Why should I have to raise her on my own when I'm married to you? You're supposed to be a team. Wait, are you doing this on purpose to try to make me do this solo? That's it, isn't it? You think you should be the only one who gets any time off? I hit the nail on the head, didn't I? Didn't I?
No.
Cancel this business trip then.
That's not gonna happen. Look, I'm counting on you to look after our daughter for a week. I know you can do this.
I'm supposed to be meeting my friend next week. We've had this planned for age, way before you sprung this damn vacation of yours on me.
Vacation? Don't even try it, Sophie. Just hire a babysitter like you always do if you're so desperate to see your friend.
It was just the other week you were complaining at me for hiring them too often, you hypocrite. Nothing you say ever makes sense.
You don't have to understand. I'm off to work.
What's with this attitude? God, you rile me up, that's it. I'm not lifting a finger for Ella until you leave for your business trip. I'm hiring the babysitter for tomorrow too.
Why do you have to be like this?
If I can't go out and see my friends next week, I'll go out and see them now instead.
It's just a week. Why does it have to be such a big deal?
Because you're being cold and hostile towards me. This is emotional abuse. The only reason I married you is because you used to be kind. What good are you if you don't even have that going for you anymore?
Wow, I see.
Here you go again. What is with this attitude? I can't believe you! You despicable piece of trash. I don't have to take this crap from a guy with a face like the back end of a bus. I wish we never got married. Jocko? I found a letter in the mailbox.
Oh, you finally found it then. Hurry up and get him signed and back to me, thanks.
Divorce papers?
Yeah, divorce papers.
You're divorcing me all of a sudden? Your boss told me you lied about your business trip. Where are you? I just noticed that all your stuff is gone. What's going on? Please tell me what's happening, Jocko. Why would you just leave without saying anything?
I'm done providing for you and the kid. That's why all my stuff is gone.
What? You're abandoning us?
Yep. I can't wait till we're done for good.
Jocko, sweetie pie, are you mad about what I said before? You know, when I said I wish we never got married? You don't think I mean that, do you, baby? I was just mad as all. The truth is, marrying you is the best thing I ever did.
Cool. Don't care.
I'm so sorry if I hurt you, baby. Please, will you speak to me? I knew I crossed the line as soon as I said it. I felt awful for the rest of the day.
You can feel awful for the rest of your life for all I care. We ain't getting back together.
Why not? Did I do something else to upset you? Is it because I left you to look after Ella all this time?
It definitely played a part.
I'm sorry. I'll contribute more now from now on. I'll start doing my share, I promise. But I really have been finding it stressful, Jocko. I wasn't lying about that. The only way I can decompress is by going out with my friends.
I said it played a part. You really think I'd divorce you over that alone? The main reason I want out is because she's not my kid.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did you say? No way, Jocko. What are you talking about?
Go on, admit it. Ella's not mine, is she?
She is. She's your daughter. How could you say something so horrible? Don't you love her because she doesn't look like you?
I loved her more than anything, whether she looks like me or not. At least I did when I thought she was mine.
Ella is your daughter.
I went for a DNA test. We're not related.
Oh my god, you did that behind my back?
Remember that time my mom saw you and that friend of yours outside the coffee shop on 5th Street?
Yes?
Yeah, she told me that she had this unshakable gut feeling that something fishy was going on, so she did some digging. When she did, she found out you were cheating on me with him. She told me a few days ago. That's when I started to wonder about Ella, so I had a DNA test done. And here we are.
You've got this all wrong. It's not like that. He's just my ex. We're just friends now.
The only reason you married me was so you'd have the stable income, wasn't it? I was nothing but a provider to you. You probably got pregnant by your ex because you were worried the kid might turn out ugly if it had my genes. You wanted a nice, passive, subservient chump who'd provide for you financially while never calling you out on your outrageous behavior. I know you two made fun of me.
We never did, Jocko.
I have proof. I also know you only married me because he made it clear he had no intention of putting a ring on your finger.
Jocko, I'm so sorry. Sure, maybe we did meet up a few times, but I was never serious about him. It was just a fling. I did it because I was stressed. I never meant for it to happen, but one thing led to another, and well, here we are. I was planning on ending it.
But you still kept meeting him. Thinking about when Ella was born, he must have been plowing you behind my back for at least a year.
Jocko, I meant it when I said marrying you was the best thing I ever did.
I don't doubt it. You really did hit the jackpot with me. Let's face it, I did whatever you told me to, didn't I? You gotta live a good life on my dime while getting railed in secret by a guy you actually liked. I even tolerated you going out and getting wasted when you should have been looking after Ella. You never had it so good.
No, it wasn't like that at all. I was happy to just be with you.
Whatever, you can drop the act now. I plan on providing evidence that Ella isn't mine in court. My lawyer will be in touch later with exactly how much compensation you're both going to owe me. I already told the landlord we'll be moving out. You need to be out by the end of next month, so I suggest you start getting your things together and find somewhere else to live.
Next month? You can't expect me to find somewhere else to live on such a short notice. Where am I supposed to go?
Not my problem. How about you go live with Ella's real dad?
I can't live with him. He's broke. He'd never be able to provide for us both. Think of Ella. How can you kick us both out on the streets like this? You're sick.
Ella's the reason I gave you an extra month. You should be grateful I'm not booting you out right now. Believe me, I wanted to, but I didn't think it'd be fair on her. She might not be my kid, but she's still innocent in all this. I think I'm being very generous considering what you did.
But how are me and Ella supposed to get by on our own? I can't be a single mother, Jocko. I can't.
Not my problem.
Jocko, I'm begging you here. Please, come home. I'll do anything. I swear I'll never meet my ex again. Me and him are finished now. I'll never boss you around again either, and I promise to look after Ella and keep on the top of the housework this time. Please, just don't abandon us. I'm begging you. Please.
Get a grip, Sophie. You made me look after Ella every single night when I got home, despite the fact I was exhausted from my 12-hour shifts. I was more sleep-deprived than I even thought possible. But I still did it because I thought you were struggling, and I was willing to do whatever it took to reduce the burden on you. There was a time where I was lucky if I even got 3 hours of sleep. I've never been so stressed and worn down in my life. I heard a quote that stuck with me once. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any now. Ella was my why. I was able to persevere this because I thought I was doing it all for my daughter.
I'm so sorry, Jocko.
My why is gone now, torn away from me by your boundless selfishness. Do you have any idea how it felt to find out that I'd been living a lie and raising some other guy's kid the whole time? My world got turned upside down. What am I saying? Of course you don't know how it felt. You don't even care. While I was pushing myself way past my limits in half-zombified state, kept functional only through the miracle of instant coffee, you were out getting railed by your freaking ex. You pulled the worn out from childbirth card when it suited you, but you still had plenty of energy to go out for your secret trysts with a lover boy. Hurry up and find a job and get out of this house.
I've been such a fool. I swear I'll never betray you again. Please. I'm not saying you have to forgive me. You can do whatever you want to me. I'll let you take revenge, please. I'll do anything. Just stay by my side.
Now, why on earth would I stay by the side of someone who tricked me into raising someone else's kid? Do I look like a charity? We're not getting back together, and that's final. I wouldn't stay married to you if you were the last woman on earth.
But you thought Ella was your daughter. You doted on her. Does that really have to change just because she technically isn't? How can you toss her by the wayside so easily?
Easily? Believe me, none of this has been easy for me. But to tell you the truth, it did get a lot easier once I finally figured out what was going on. I'm lucky I found out when I did. Who knows if I had been able to bring myself to say goodbye if I carried on raising her as my own for years.
I'm so sorry, Jacko. No, I don't want to break up. The only reason I agreed to have Ella in the first place was 'cause I had you to look out for me. I can't get by without you.
I'm sure you'll be able to get by if you find another sucker with money to leech off. Doesn't necessarily have to be with me. You seem to have a talent for it, so I think you'll be fine. You really drove me to the depths of despair, Sophie. No one ever hurt me like you did, and I doubt they ever will again. You're so disgusting, even just reading your name on my screen makes me feel physically sick. I agree with what you said before. I wish we never got married. I never went home again after that. Sophie tried messaging me countless times, but I didn't reply to her at all. Why would I? She's behind me now, and I'm not going that way. We made preparations to discuss the divorce proceedings in the presence of our lawyers. Unfortunately, we couldn't make any headway because she was adamant that she wouldn't agree to the divorce, and she broke down in tears every time we tried to discuss it. I had no choice but to take her to divorce court, and it took a whole 6 months after I moved out of the house until I finally got my divorce. There was never any doubt I'd win, so why did she even bother fighting? It beats me. We were still technically married until the divorce was finalized, so even though we lived totally separate lives in separate houses, I still had to pay her bare minimum to cover her living costs. Doesn't bother me one bit though. My mental health is more important than money. And if throwing her some pocket change every month is what I had to do to keep her out of my hair, then so be it. Sophie moved into her lover's, aka Ella's real dad's house, when the contract in our old place ended. Sadly for her, Loverboy was already in mountains of debt before he got hit with a massive compensation bill. So needless to say, the money he owed me sent him over the cliff edge of total financial ruin. They had no choice but to move out of his apartment, no longer able to afford rent, and now they live in a rundown area of town near the red light district. I hear that Sophie still barely does anything for Ella. At least this time it was actually her dad picking up the slack. Unable to tolerate the conditions their granddaughter was being raised in, Sophie's parents demanded custody of Ella. You know, I'm happy about that because my ex-wife truly is despicable and has no right to be a mother. It may be unorthodox, but Ella will still be a lot better off being raised by her grandparents. Not long after that, apparently Sophie got dumped by her lover. Well, I guess he was her partner by that point. But not for long. She tried forcing her way into her parents' house in a desperate panic. But they told her in no uncertain terms to go away and never come back, threatening to call the police. I have no idea where she is or what she's doing now. I got a message from someone called Sophie a few days back claiming to be homeless and in desperate need of cash, but I tossed it straight in the trash. I never want anything more to do with her for as long as I live. Which of course means I'll never help her. If hell is real, it probably feels like how I felt when I found out my wife was cheating on me and my daughter wasn't mine. It took me into a dark, dark place. And I hope I never go there again. Thanks to the unwavering support of my family and friends, who I feel blessed to have, I'm gradually returning to my cheerful old self. They say time heals all wounds, and I think it's true. But I'm not gonna lie, it still hurts to think about sometimes, and I don't think I'm fully over it yet. My number one priority right now is being kind, understanding, and compassionate towards myself, and given my broken heart the time it needs to heal. I'm super grateful for everyone who's been there to support me throughout all this, and I'm going to let them all know how much I appreciate them at every opportunity. Here's to making lots of amazing memories with my peeps. It should be remembered that Ella was innocent in all this. A child shouldn't be held responsible for the sins of her mother. She's a great kid, and I wish her nothing but happiness and success. Lily, hopefully you don't have anything planned for this weekend. We're going to visit my parents this weekend. They invited us to have dinner with them.
Again? We just visited last month. Isn't it too much, Justin?
What's wrong with checking with my parents once every month? They're getting older. We don't know when will be our last dinner with them.
But we stayed over for New Year's as well. If we're visiting your parents again, I hope you can also visit mine. You haven't visited my parents for a while. I want to visit more often, to be honest.
Okay, let's go visit your parents the week after. And I promise we'll go visit them more often in the future. You okay with that, Lily?
Well, yeah, I guess. But about visiting your parents, I get really tired when I go visit them.
Do you not like my parents? Why are you being like this? You always want to leave as soon as possible whenever we visit them. It makes me uncomfortable too, you know.
I think I'm treated differently. I feel unwelcomed. They don't care if I come visit or not as long as they can meet their son.
You're their in-law. That's why you're treated a bit differently compared to me. You have to understand.
Your family never waits for me and starts eating dinner before I join them at the table. It makes me feel left out. First of all, I didn't even have time to eat dinner. Everyone was done eating by the time I finished all the work. I was doing all the housework for them. They could have lent me a hand.
Are you expecting hotel services? We should be appreciating them for inviting us over. Let my mom rest while we're there. She's getting old.
I'm always willing to help, and I'm really thankful for them preparing meals for us. But I never expected them to make me do everything for them. I thought they only asked me to bring a couple of dishes when I visited them. But once we arrived, they made me go shopping for groceries to the supermarket that was pretty far from the house. And I also cooked a few more dishes for dinner. I was honestly exhausted by the time I got home.
Hey, you're exaggerating. Are you trying to blame my parents? You're making it sound worse.
Not exactly. Honestly, I think you're the one to be blamed.
Me? Why? What did I do to you?
You could have helped me out as my husband. It's nerve-wracking to meet your partner's parents. You could at least help me spend a comfortable time with them.
Not for me. How is it nerve-wracking? It's fun to spend time with your parents. I feel comfortable around your parents as if I'm their real son.
I guess it's because they're kind and considerate of you. They try to treat you like you're their real son.
Why do you have to be so sarcastic? We have different types of parents, that's all. You make my parents sound like a villain. They're not trying to bully you or anything, okay? They just wanted to try your cooking.
If so, they should have told me earlier. I could have gotten ready for it. I could bring more dishes next time so that I don't have to cook for so long. I don't want to miss out on dinner.
Well, Mom can be pretty clumsy sometimes. I guess she just forgot to tell you beforehand.
Hey, am I expected to cook again when I visit them this weekend? Should I bring more dishes this time?
Huh? I don't think so. Did they ask you to? They told me that they'll prepare the food, so you don't have to worry about it.
Really? I might check with your mother just in case. She might be expecting me to bring a few easy dishes. If she wants me to go shopping for groceries again, I could visit them earlier.
Well, it's up to you. Lily, I think you're being a bit too sensitive. My parents invite us over often because they're fond of you.
Really?
They won't invite us over if they dislike you. They might not be good at expressing it, but they like you, Lily.
I think it's not really about liking me or not. It's more complicated than that. I don't know how to say this. I know they're not trying to be mean or anything, but something feels off.
Right? Don't be too sensitive. You'll start getting along soon. They'll be your parents-in-laws for the rest of your life. Let's try understanding each other. I think you're overreacting about a small problem.
It's definitely a big problem for me. It's difficult to deal with these kinds of problems, Justin.
But you know, it makes me upset when I hear you criticize my parents.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I know. Let's stop talking about it. I'm also trying my best to get along with your parents. You're not the only one struggling. This is new for both of us. We're a couple. We're in this together. Don't you think we need to be tolerant sometimes? Lily, you have the day off this week, right? Do you have any plans?
I thought we were visiting my parents. Did you forget about it?
Oh, right. We're visiting your parents. I completely forgot about it, sorry.
What's wrong? Do you have other plans? We can reschedule our visit to my parents if it's anything urgent.
Well, Mom asked if I can take her shopping that day. She doesn't want to travel alone nowadays because of her back pain. I'm also worried about making her go alone.
Okay, right. Go on, I won't stop you.
What's with your attitude? I'm being polite here. Are you still angry about yesterday? Come on, don't hold a grudge. Don't be so angry just because you had to eat dinner in the kitchen. I think you had enough time to eat dinner this time.
Really? Is that what you think? Are you serious, Justin? I was so shocked when your mother told me to eat in the kitchen alone. I thought she would invite me to join her at the table. I thought they were the ones who wanted me there and invited me over. What's the point of inviting me over if they're going to make me eat alone anyways? Can you imagine how I felt eating alone in the kitchen? I've never felt so lonely in my life.
You're the daughter-in-law. There's nothing wrong about the way she treated you. Like I told you before, you're being too sensitive.
Huh? Are you serious? You're not going to be on my side?
It's not about taking sides. I just think it's normal for my mom to do so. It's their house. They have the most power in the household. We don't have much say, do we? It's convenient if you're in the kitchen all the time. Mom and Dad won't have to leave their seats. They suffer from back pain, okay?
Then why were you always sitting at the table with them? You could have joined me in the kitchen if you're so concerned about your parents' health. Or are you going to tell me you deserve to sit with them because you're their real son?
Well, obviously. I'm the only son. They want to spend time with me as much as possible.
Is that the only reason? Really? So I'm treated like this just because I'm the daughter-in-law?
My parents are conservative people. It might be hard for you to accept their ways, but I hope you can understand.
I can try to understand your parents, but I don't understand you at all. Why are you always on their side? I'm your wife, Justin. You might be their only son, but you're also my husband.
Nothing's wrong about this situation. I'm just trying to spend some time with my parents. You're overreacting. It's weird.
You're the crazy one here. I'm not overreacting. I'm trying to tell you that I deserve to be treated better. If they don't want to have dinner with me, they shouldn't have invited me in the first place. They could have just invited you. I don't mind at all staying at home while you visit them.
Hey, they thought that was the best for you. We're a couple, Lily. We have to visit them together.
No, if they don't want me, they shouldn't invite me over. I bet they're inviting us over just to meet you. And Justin, I hope you could be more supportive of me and be on my side. I don't want you to think it's normal for your wife to eat alone in the kitchen. It's a miserable feeling, really.
That was normal back then. The daughter-in-law took care of her husband's parents, serving food and getting ready in the kitchen.
In the past, maybe, but that's centuries ago. We're living in a modern era. If you told your colleagues that you think it's normal for your wife to eat alone at your parents' house, wouldn't they think you're crazy? Many people still have trouble getting along with their parents-in-law, but this is too much, Justin.
Why would I say that to my colleagues?
If you don't want to tell them that, you should know that what you're saying is abnormal in this society.
Lily, you're overreacting. And I'm getting tired with your complaints. You keep on complaining about my parents over and over again. It's not like you're going to meet my parents every single day. It's already over. You don't have to bring this up. Let's move on, okay? You'll get over it soon.
It's important because I only meet them once in a while. I can't bear it if they pretend like they've done nothing wrong the next time I see them. I think I'm spending more time with your parents than necessary. How many more times am I supposed to tolerate it? And remember, when we went on a trip with them, I was always driving and holding all of their stuff for them. You and your family were the only ones having fun. I was exhausted with the driving. But no one offered to help nor gave me a single word of thanks. I think it's natural to feel upset after all this unfair treatment.
Now you're talking about the trip we went on last year. Why are you bringing that up now? If you want to complain, you should have just said it to us back then. Women. They love to change topics for their benefit.
I'm just giving you examples. I've been tolerating it long enough. You don't seem to understand at all.
Lily, listen, I don't want us to get into a fight over this topic.
Me neither.
Are you also pissed about me forgetting our visit to your parents this week? I told you I was sorry.
No, I don't care at this point. You know my parents would forgive you even if you forgot about it and miss our dinner with them. But you have to visit them next year for the New Year's celebration. This is a promise, okay?
All right, I promise. We'll go visit them next week, and I promise I won't forget. We'll also spend the New Year's with them next year. So calm down, okay? I know you're stressed out, but so am I. If you're still angry when I get home, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm tired too after a long day of work. Don't act so childish. You should be able to control your anger better.
Hey, Justin, why did you leave without me? We were still having dinner with Mom and Dad. My parents are worried about you. Why do you have to ruin the mood? It's been a month since I last saw them. I was so excited for this day. And how am I supposed to go home? You left with our car. Will you come back to pick me up?
Come home by yourself. Or you could ask your parents.
Why do you sound angry? What's wrong? It's been a while since you last met my parents. I thought you got along with them just fine. You told me you liked my parents. Where are your manners, Justin? Don't embarrass yourself in front of my parents.
Seriously? You don't know why I'm angry? It's you and your family's fault. Remember what they did to me? They made me eat in the corridors alone. I can't believe it. Who makes their son-in-law eat in the corridors? Do you all even have common sense? People don't eat in corridors. It's not built for that. I'm the guest. Why am I being treated like this?
Justin, what's wrong? I thought this was normal in your household. It's normal for Lily to eat in the kitchen when she visits your parents because she's the daughter-in-law. According to you, the daughter-in-law should take care of her husband's parents. Then you should also eat alone as our son-in-law when you visit us. How about you do the same and take care of us? Eat in the corridor so you're always ready to get us the mail or answer the door when someone comes by.
Huh? Is this really you, Lily?
Hello again. I am Lily's mom. I borrowed the phone from Lily to talk with you.
Lily's mom? I didn't know it was you reading my messages.
So can you explain what's going on? Why are you angry? Why did you leave while we were having dinner? I thought we were all having a good time. Well, I was definitely enjoying having dinner with my daughter. It's been a month since I last saw her. Let me remind you, Justin, we just did what your family did to my daughter.
But I think it's a bit too much to make me eat in the corridors. It's not a place to eat. My family made her eat in the kitchen, but she had plenty of room to eat. It's a place that can be used to eat, unlike the corridor.
We got you a mini table so that you can eat comfortably. Wasn't that enough for you? I heard that my daughter had to eat while standing up in the kitchen. I don't think you can call that plenty of room. Or did she lie to us? How about you tell me what's really happened?
No, what she said was right.
Then I don't understand why you're angry and why you left without a word. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? I thought you had better manners. What's wrong with making you eat in the corridor? My daughter is also a guest when she visits your parents' house. But she told me she was treated like a housemaid. Didn't you think she was treated wrongly?
The wife should devote herself to her husband's family.
How about you? Are you willing to devote yourself to us as my daughter's husband?
I think that's a different story. It only applies to the wife.
What's different? Why don't we treat the husband the same way?
Because it used to be the norm in the past. I think you know this better than me.
Should we talk like the old times then? Justin, have you paid us dowry? Where's the money? I don't think you paid us a single cent. And my daughter also has a job, which is unbelievable. I want her to be a stay-at-home wife. Can you make twice the amount of your salary from now on so that you both will have enough money to survive?
I think you're going overboard. You're asking too much.
I thought you preferred the norms from the old times, and I know what it was like more than you. How about you accept our requests too, not only the norms that benefit you? Let's be fair about this. So, can you do it? Can you pay us the dowry and make more money so Lily can be a housewife?
I'm sorry, I was completely ignorant of the other norms. I don't think I can do all these things you asked me to do as the husband.
If so, stop talking about what's normal or not. Most importantly, we're living in the modern era. A lot of things have changed. Well, even if you were able to do the things I asked you to do, we wouldn't have forgiven you. Are you aware of what you did to my daughter? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Isn't that the universal norm? I thought you knew better than this, Justin. I always thought you were an intelligent gentleman. I bet you felt horrible eating dinner alone. I bet you wondered why you were the only one eating in the corridor while everyone else ate at the table.
Yes, I felt miserable.
Like how your parents cherish you as their son, we cherish Lily and love her from the bottom of our heart. So don't you ever treat her based on what you believe to be normal and ignore her feelings. She's a human being with emotions. I thought you married her because you loved her.
I love her. She's my everything. I'm really lucky to have her as my wife.
I hope you can treat her better then. If you really love her and make the oath to be her husband, you have to be on her side no matter what. The reason why we've been kind to you is because you're important to Lily. If Lily loves you, we love you too. We're your parents-in-law and don't have any blood relations with you. We used to be strangers and might have never met each other if my daughter didn't fall in love with you. So it might be difficult for us to get along all the time. We grew up in different environments and have different beliefs. But I want to try to get along with you because you're my daughter's husband, and that's why we've been nice to you. As long as you cherish my daughter, we'll always be kind to you.
I understand. Thank you for being very kind to me.
I don't have the right nor influence to change the mindset of your parents, but I do think there's something you can do. You should be the bridge that connects your parents and my daughter. I know it can be hard sometimes.
I'm sorry. I was being ignorant of the whole situation. I should have been more considerate about Lily. I'm responsible for making sure they feel comfortable around each other.
We all have different ideas and opinions because we all live different lives. But I hope you can respect each other as a couple and reflect on your actions. I know you have a kind heart. My daughter fell for you. You must be a really nice gentleman.
Thanks. I get it now. I'm really sorry for hurting your daughter's feelings.
It's fine. Lily told me about how your parents treated her when she visited them, and said she wanted to do the same thing your parents did to her so that you'll understand how she felt. And we agreed, so we were partners in crime. Sorry if it surprised you, but I guess you learned your lesson, Justin. I hope you can solve these problems together as a couple next time. I know you both are capable of overcoming it together. I'll return the phone to Lily now. You're always welcome to visit us, Justin. I hope to see you again soon. Let's eat dinner together next time.
Yes, thank you. I would love to join you for dinner. Let me apologize directly the next time I visit. I'm really sorry for all the things I did to hurt Lily's feelings.
Justin, I'm sorry. I planned everything. I thought this was the best way to make you understand how I felt when I visited your parents.
Lily? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I'm really sorry, Lily. I got angry after I experienced what you've been going through. Your mother made me realize how horrible I've been to you.
I'm glad you understood. I was really upset and felt very lonely whenever I visited your parents. I felt humiliated too. I was never treated as your wife nor the daughter-in-law. I didn't know why I was there.
I felt the same today. I finally understood your feelings. I was wondering why they were so mean to me. I was so stupid. I wasn't aware of how horrible I was to you. I'm like a child who doesn't realize his mistakes until someone does the same thing to me.
I can't deny that. But you've learned your lesson and reflected on your actions. That's not what many people can do.
Yeah, but I'm so embarrassed of myself. I told you to control your anger, but I couldn't. I lost my temper and left your parents' house without saying a word. I promise to respect you more and be considerate of your feelings from now on. But I honestly think it's difficult for me to change how my parents think entirely. They've been like this for all their life.
I think so too. I don't think they're trying to be mean or anything. They just think it's normal to treat the daughter-in-law like that.
But I'll try my best so that you can feel comfortable coming over to my parents' house. It might take time, hopefully you can wait. If they don't change their attitudes, you don't have to come over to their house anymore. I don't want to force you to tolerate all that again.
Really? I don't have to?
Yep. I realize how horrible they were to you after experiencing it myself today. It was definitely one of the most miserable days of my life. But if my parents do change for the better, I hope you can come visit again. They're my parents after all.
Of course. I promise I'll visit them. I'm willing to wait, Justin.
I'll come pick you up after you finish eating dinner with your parents. Enjoy spending some time with them. Call me when you're done, okay?
Huh? You could come back now to join us. I bet you haven't eaten dinner at all. My mom can heat it up for you again.
That's a bit awkward. I just had an intense conversation with your mother. Of course, I'll visit again to apologize directly, but I don't think tonight's the best time. And I'm certainly not ready for it. I was really rude and think they were really worried about you being treated horribly by my parents. I think it's best to spend time with your family for now.
You're also a part of our family now. I'll always be by your side. We're a couple, Justin. We're in this together. Let's support each other as a couple for the rest of our lives. After the incident, my husband spent some time persuading his parents about how they shouldn't make me do everything just because I was the daughter-in-law. I bet it was hard for him to go against his parents' firm beliefs, but I'm really thankful that he stood up for me. His father had a very conservative idea that women in the household should devote themselves to the men. His mother had been obeying him from long ago, so like my husband said, it's difficult for them to change their ideas now. They still believe that it's normal and had difficulty understanding what my husband was saying about being nicer to me. And because I stopped visiting them, I think they hate me even more, but I'll have to cope with it. Sometimes it's better to keep a distance from one another. It might take a bit longer until I visit them again. Now I have my husband to protect me, so I'm not scared. I know he would always be on my side to support me no matter what. It might seem like we were fighting over a small problem, but I think it gave us the opportunity to reconsider about our relationship as a couple. We grew up in different environments and were taught different beliefs. It's important to spend some time trying to understand each other. To be honest, when my husband told me it was normal for me to be treated that way by his parents because I was the daughter-in-law, I thought I might have to give up and just accept it. But after I had a proper discussion with him, I was able to see a new side of him. Now I love him even more. I'm glad we were able to talk it out and overcome it as a couple. The incident allowed us to realize that we all have different norms and beliefs. But we can still fall in love and become a family. We'll make sure to respect each other from now on. Hopefully, we can be an ideal couple one day.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.